From the hollers and hills of West Virginia, it's Heavenly Hills Homestead with another episode. Stay tuned. Boom! Alright, let's go down here and see if we don't have ourselves a state record hanging here. See how close we are. Probably don't have it today, but I'd say by tomorrow we will. Yeah. Oh yeah, good night living these things. Good grief. I hope that one right there don't do bad. It's way up there. Probably should cut it down because I don't like that right there. But this one here, gorgeous looking. All right, let's make it. All right, well, she should be there tomorrow, I would think. I'm pretty sure she'll be there by tomorrow. So, looking good, looking really good. This one, like I say, this one over here appears to already be there. Oh goodness, that thing is even longer today. Good night of living. Alright, well, I'm gonna get these, I'm gonna get the water and some stuff. I'm not gonna fool with much today out here. Just water. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, maybe, but that's a big maybe. So I'm just gonna put the water to them all, and then I'll come out here later this evening. Take a walk around and do some work, but I'm gonna water today and let them all do their thing. So Annie just come and got me. She says, my punky's down. I said, do what? It was fine yesterday when I was over here looking around. There's a whole lot of water running right through there, you can see.
This is soaked.
Yeah,
Right
she
on the bottom.
blew right there on the bottom. Yep. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry. I wanted you to have one for the way off.
Steady dripping.
There's no other. Hey, I'll tell you what. I got the one up there that are growing. They're just now started growing. You could take one of those, grow it like the big white one that's growing on that 2195 tile, or any of those. You could finish growing those and still have one to take to a way off if you want. Because I'd like you to have one to take to a way off, and that sucks. It's
So the smallest pumpkin in the patches.
yeah.
Better that than one of the big ones. Bigger ones.
Well, still don't like that it went down on you. I would like to have seen it got bigger. This one here was doing great. I mean, it healed up good. It was looking wonderful. Here. off there for you. We'll try to roll it. I'd like to get a weight on this thing, but I don't think we can get that in here with everything we need right now.
Think you're gonna cut it with that?
Yeah. There she is. Let's roll her over.
Oh yeah.
Yep, she's a puker.
That's pretty yucky. Whole bottom's about to go.
Yep. Well, let's get these seeds out of her. It's a white tip. I don't know if that's any good or not. Let's get the seeds out of her and throw her over to the animal there, I guess.
Yep.
All right, guys. So you see our point of entry here. That was bad. Really didn't have much of a bottom on her at all. Actually, quite little. Her bottom was. So let's kind of see. Just remove her whole top.
Smells good.
Huh?
I said it smells good.
Yeah, it does. Ooh, it's getting a little thick back here, though. Might be able to empty her out and roll her up to the front yard for a little bit like this.
Mm.
Yeah, no,
It
she's
might
pretty
be like
mushy.
a day or two.
Yeah,
It'll be
she's
gone.
pretty mushy.
Ugh. Yeah. That's bad. Completely full of water.
Well, oh man, she's got a huge hole over here. Look, that right there. She's opened up over here. That's how she got in. Look here. How did we miss that?
I don't know.
That's weird. Weirdest thing ever. All right, but she's loaded with seeds though. Look at all the seeds in her. That's what I like.
It does look like a little bit of like a burnt spot or something.
The sheet. Shouldn't have done that.
It's just like a little bit of white.
I bet you the sheet did it. It shouldn't have, but it did.
Way thicker on one side than the other.
Because of rot. She's got a good seed count though, I know that. Lots of seed. This is the 1088. This is a 950 Cook. Is the mother. The father is the 1088 Bayou. So these seeds next year should be pretty good. Let him grow one again out of this next year. Heck, I might even grow one next year out of it, just to see what it'll do. Because it's got the 2261 Schmidt in it, and now it's got the 1088 Bayou in it. I mean, this thing should be a really nice pumpkin. So, we'll get all these seeds out of here, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, so clean these seeds up. Get some hot water going. Get your strainer. Pour the seeds into a strainer. And then just start spraying away on them. That one right there would come up out of there. All right. Spray, 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 spray. Do this for a bit. And you'll reach your hand down in there and you'll stir them up, you know, like this. Get them all stirred up and don't go. Okay. Anyways, and then you'll spray them again, you know, trying to get all the gunk down to the bottom. All right, all the stuff off of them and then all the gunk down to the bottom. Once you've done that, you take some soap and put on it. And then what I do is I take a little bit of bleach and splash in, just maybe like a cap full of bleach on them, and stir them up with my hand, get the bleach all over it, let it set for about 30 seconds, and then spray them all off really, really good again. And then I put peroxide on them, let that set for a few minutes, probably 2 or 3 minutes, and then I spray them off again. And then I put alcohol on them to dry the water quickly, and then I go and turn the hair dryer on low heat and just blow dry them to where they're not sticking together so bad. And then I spread them all out on a screen, and that's been the best way I've found to clean seeds. It's better than what I did last year outside on the screen, and all that. So, but you need a big hold colander like this, you know, maybe even bigger if you can find one, so everything tries to go through it. So yeah, works, like I said, it works a little bit better than that screen I use, but I do put them on the screen to dry them. So hope that helps. And we're going to have a little contest. Whoever can guess how many seeds are in this batch of seeds right here, first one within 5 will win. You got to be within 5, and first one closest to 5 will win. If there's a tie, we'll figure out how to make a tiebreaker, okay? But guess how many seeds there are, and you'll win some of these seeds. And as soon as they're dry, in a couple weeks or so, I'll send them out to you, and you can have them for next year. So anyhow, guess the number of seeds, and you can win. So on to the next. Kind of look around real quick at everything. This cucumber's looking pretty good. Of course, you know, the plant is trying to do as best as it can. The other plant went down. The sunflowers are in just full crazy mode right now. Look at them go. So that's a good thing as far as that's concerned. A nice mega bloom right there on this eggplant, and a nice one on this one here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is pretty toast. Feels like it anyhow. That's the main vine right there that's got the one to it, and it's pretty toast, feels like. So need to pull it off there and get it weighed, I guess, and just let it keep on going for a minute or two longer, and we'll see what we get out of it. This eggplant over here, it's a monster. It's just big, but it's not my biggest. I got 2 of them in the garden that are out of this world. This thing here is crazy growing. I mean, it's just sad that you can't use the seeds off of this one because of the green leaves or the green stems on the whatever you want to call it. But this one here is also gone nuts. Crazy growing, looking good. Been waiting on these patiently to ripen, these lychee tomatoes. Just patiently waiting. I'm dying to try one. So we got some black cherries here. They're looking like they're gonna be doing pretty well. So that's a good thing. My 9.65 is looking pretty decent. I've been thinking about going in there and digging that up and pulling it out. I don't know if I should or shouldn't. I don't know if I'd do any good or what. It's not getting a whole lot of sun, but it is getting some. It is growing. Might just leave it there and see how much it grows into the winter. Got several of these growing right here. My manzanos are growing, so I'm happy about that. Look at there. Just so tickled about the manzanos. We got good looking beans and good looking okra growing. That is a huge Ahicharpita plant. Keep getting more ripe ones every day. Look, there's another ripe one in there. The little suckers are hot too, don't let them fool you. But sunflowers, I'm pretty impressed with a lot of them. A lot of them doing really good. This is still doing okay. It's not rotting yet, so that's a good thing. Of course, not getting a lot of water. I'm just trying to give it a little bit of water here and there, just kind of getting it used to, you know, getting back into maybe growing, hopefully. Giant carrots, kind of so-so. It was really wet in there, so I've been watching how I've watered, but I have been giving them boron pretty good amount. Tomatoes are all covered up, and to be honest with you, they're as much as a surprise as to you all as they are to me when I uncover them. This one here though, if one of these, especially this big one right here, if that big one right there in the center, right there, ends up being as long as this trash can, okay, and that big around, that'll be a 3-pound tomato, or that'd be a 3-pound carrot anyhow. So ain't too worried about all that just yet. Leaves, they got burnt. The humic acid was just way too heavy of an amount that I put on. I tried to spray it off, and I guess I didn't get it sprayed off good enough, and it did just kind of stuck and burnt the leaves. So they're coming out of it. You can see they're coming out of it. In fact, bunches of them are starting to that one bad. I think it's bad. We'll leave it for a minute, but bunches of them are starting to bloom back out. And just still got them stinking little bugs. What are them bugs? Nobody's answered me to tell me what those are. I don't know what they are, but they're aggravating me to death. Anyhow, tomatoes looking good. I know they're growing. I can tell, you know, from everything. But I need to get up here and water these a day. Tomatillos or excuse me, not tomatillos. Tamarillos are that high, freestanding, that high. That's my arm stretched all the way out. I can't get no higher. Okay, and the plants are over my head a good ways. I mean, heck, you seen how far I had to raise my hand up. Yeah, it's at the tip of my fingers, and they are producing. They're super small or long to grow anything. I mean, they got lots of blooms, but I don't know why they take so long. It's just an odd thing to me that they take so long to produce anything. I don't know why they take so long. It'd be nicer if they were faster producers, but yeah, I mean, hey, if they're freestanding like that, I like that. That's nice. It's a added bonus for me. I don't have to stake them up or anything. They do well just standing there. Might rain. It looks like it might. Ain't supposed to rain till tomorrow, but you know how that bull crap goes. So anyhow, we're gonna go in here and we're gonna start doing some work while I finish watering the patch over here. We're gonna go in the garden and we're gonna do some work, and I'll show you exactly what all we're gonna do here in just a minute. We're gonna feed all the sunflowers and the corn and all that stuff over there is gonna get fed. And then when I bring the water in, it'll just get diluted and stuff, okay? So we'll show you that in just a second. Okay guys, so I got my concoction here, and it's pretty stout stuff. At 20, I'm debating pulling that plant out of there. That rotoball, that 1347 rotoball. I'm gonna check and see if it's growing any. Getting some, even though I've used stuff on this, it's still trying to take powdery mildew, and I don't want that growing around here. Let's see here. Go in here. I got my concoction mixed up, and gotta get in here and do some more pruning and things. But this is for this concoction is for our sunflowers and corn. You can give it to other things, but it's pretty high in nitrogen, so I wouldn't give it to too much stuff. It's fish emulsion, liquid compost, magnesium, sulfur, boron, zinc, manganese, goodness, what is, pure nitrogen, urea, Mycos and azos is in it, and I think that's it, for sure. No, humic and fulvic acid, yeah, so humic and fulvic acid, manganese, magnesium, zinc, sulfur, boron, urea, fish emulsion, liquid compost. So there you go. And we're going to dump it at the base of each one of these, all the way down through there to the corn. And if we got more, we'll put on these sunflowers here and those 2 big corn stalks back there. So, all right, let's get to doing it. All right, let's see what we got. I'm watering down there on that end of the patch now. It needed watered the most and the worst. Should have started down here today, but I didn't. And anyhow, this one need to come back and hit it with some more water on this end, but we'll get it. I'll water that way, and then I'll probably water over here. Water down there for about an hour on that end, and then bring it about halfway up, water there for about another hour, and then come back to this spot here and water for about an hour. Should be done by about 11 o'clock tonight. So that's how that's gonna go. But, anyhow, looks like a nice state record right there, and should be by tomorrow. I got a count on those seeds, and there's not as many as I thought, but there was still quite a few in there, and I was quite happy to see that many. Go in here and check on flour. This is flour for everybody that don't know. This is flour. Congratulations to all you guys who won seeds. Zoom you out a little bit here so you can see flour on our wide angle lens. Flour is a beautiful, big pumpkin. Nice. Still pushing sand, you can see. That's what I like to see. Over here on this side, looks good. No issues. Well, take that back. I see a few issues right there. So, let's address those right there. See that brown right there? It's soft. Need to address that. Need to address this right here. It's soft as well. So we're going to address that real quick, clean it up, and then on to the next. We got big issues. So I'm down here and I'm feeling underneath, and I'm like, what is that? And I think I can smell something. Yeah, and I'm like, what is that smell? And it don't stink. It smells really good. I don't know. I don't know, but we're getting ready to find out, whether it's in there or out there, inside or outside. Dang it, man. How did I miss that? What did that? It's a perfect freaking hole. Move out of my way. Perfect hole. Perfect hole. What would have caused the perfect hole? I hope she's got deep shoulders. About to find out. Alright guys, so if you ever wondered how you do this, get you a zip tie. Get you in here where you can see. Stick her in there. See if there's any resistance. If there's not, then the hole goes all the way. If there is resistance, then you're good to go. So, I can't tell. Seems like there might be, but I can't tell. So let me get off of here. All right, so that is whenever I've finagled it, and it'll stop right there, and you can tell that it's went up, because here, watch this. See how the notch is right there? How the fastener is? When I pull it out, see how it's angled up? My zip tie's angled up like that. And so it's hitting the tunnel that he made, and it goes up, and you can kind of feel the zip tie kind of bend and go up into the stem. And if you go straight in, like see how I turn it this way, down, and you go in, see how it stops? Like you get immediate stop. See? So it's like immediate. It stops right there. So I mean, it didn't go in to the cavity, but you turn it up like this and see it, and it goes whoop right up. And so you can kind of feel it. There's a little place there, you can kind of feel where he's done that. All right, guys, so while I figure out what I'm going to do about that pumpkin, I'm talking to some guys, and we've had some good suggestions. Splitting the stem, squirting alcohol up in there, some other things, so we'll see. I've cleaned it the best I could. I'm pretty sure a wood borer done that. Like, I'm almost 100% sure it was a wood borer. Holes too perfect, and there was some gunk, looked like maybe some wood boring stuff. Didn't take much to do it. So, and the other thing is it didn't go into the cavity, it just went up and into the stem, which they bore a hole and then they go up, you know, or down or whatever, usually up. They bore into like that log right there, they go in and they go up. Which is, you know, what that done. Sometimes they don't, you know, maybe they go left or right, you know, but anyhow, it just was in there enough to turn up, and then it went up, and then in there the cavity is where it went into the stem. Has a, you know, if you look at them, they're, you know, in the middle of the stem there's a hole. You know, sometimes they're bigger round than others, and my zip tie goes up and into that stem, and you can feel it curving back and coming back towards me. And so that leads me to believe that, you know, it was a wood borer that done it, and, you know, and tried to make a home up there. So anyhow, this old girl here, she's looking good, and she's seeming to be doing all right. You check her stem real quick, because we had a few issues on that. And today we're looking all right on there, I think. Yeah, looking all right. So, don't like stem issues. Stem issues suck. They suck bad. So, don't like them, don't like them, don't like them. So, anyhow, I'm gonna get off here, check the rest of my pumpkins and all that. And, yeah. Oh, goodness. Giant pumpkin growing. You love it and you hate it all at the same time. It's such a fun yet miserable time of the year. The most heartbreaks, I believe, happen right now. So anyhow, guys, we appreciate you watching. We'll see you tomorrow right here in the hollers and hills of West Virginia.
Don't forget to smash that like button, that notification bell. Don't get the
Good job. Here you go. Thank you.
Don't get the
Don't forget to share. Yep. There you go. Good job. And
And
subscribe.